Hi, I'm glad you stopped by the garden. Today is Sunday, June 26th. We're going to do a little bit of freestyle planting. But I wanted to show you something. This is my fancy rain gauge. This is how much it rained last night. So by my official rain gauge, it rained a lot. And even though it rained a lot, in this deep mulch, looks like it's dry on top. 3 benefits of the deep mulch. It keeps the soil soft. It's easy to walk on right after it rains, doesn't compact down, and it retains the moisture that you do receive. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. We're going to do a little freestyle. We're going to do a little companion planting. Jimmy, my wife said I could plant one of your reapers in the garden, and then I inherited this tomato. I have no idea what kind it is, but we'll find a spot for it. We'll get some of our basil that we planted from seed, get that in the garden, and a few other things here or there. Even though it's freestyle planting, I hate going over the same territory twice, so we're going to go ahead and prune some of these if they need it. Going to go ahead and wind them up. We're going to turn some of this mulch, see if we can't get some of this wheat work back in. Seems pretty simple. It's just coming right up and become part of the mulch. Well, it might have been a really good deal. But while you're doing this, you find any worms, you can pick them off. Anything that's touching the ground, it's time to go. After all, we're growing tomatoes, not leaves. Needs another loop. Take a second, gently loop that around. While you're looking at this, you'll find, look at that, these suckers pop up overnight. See that? Take the little sucker out. Look at this. We wanted to put the energy into those tomatoes, not into those suckers. Go ahead and put one of those basil right here. Pretty quick we'll be out here pruning these back. There's 2 in. Those don't look too bad. Go ahead and move on down. 4 more to put in. There's damage on the leaf. Go ahead and take it off. That way you don't have to worry about it. How soft that dirt is. How soft that soil is. This is one of my best years for starting seedlings. And the weather was horrendous. Keep on moving. Oh, that's broke. See, when you got one off to the side, and that's too bad. That one broke. But it allowed something ate right through that tomato. Don't need that. Let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. Give that a little chance. Clean that whole bottom up, give it a little chance. Take these suckers out. There's one. Here's one. Let's go ahead and take that out. All right, that opens that up. That'll give that a chance. Let's go ahead and get another basil in right here. This mulch is good and deep right here. I'm telling you, there are worms in every shovelful. Thank you. All right, get down to the soil, just like always. Yourself a little hole. Look how beautiful that is. Take a little bigger one. Just lead down a ways. It's got some nice roots on it. Get down in there. That fill with some soil. A little bit of mulch. There you go. Well, this guy's bushing out enough, I don't need to prune it. That's one row down. I can hear the thunder in the background. We're not going to do any more pruning, but we got a little bit more planting to go before it gets here. So come on, let's plant. That little sucker's doing just fine, but I do have to prune that one back. That's touching the ground. That's touching the ground. Okay. If we need to prune something or see a bug, we're going to stop deal with it. You hear that thunder? It's coming. But these basil plants, this was the most successful seed starting we've had. Pretty excited about that. There you go. Just pull the mulch back, get down the soil, just like always. Little hole. Pop it out. Look how nice those roots are. Backfill with a little soil. Little mulch. Time to move on. To the wood chips, down to the soil. Loosen that up a little bit. This is going to be a little bigger hole. Look at the roots on that, Jimmy. All right, there's one reaper in the ground. Well, we're in the sweet potato patch, and I don't know if we got enough sweet potatoes. Let's go ahead and get some of these in the ground. Now, I was asked the other day if it was too late to plant sweet potatoes. I'm in zone 7. We're gonna let these grow right up till we know it's gonna frost, or until they come popping out of the ground, whichever comes first. It's not too late to plant sweet potatoes. As these vine out, we're even going to take and prune some of these back, and we're going to plant those vines straight into the ground without rooting them, see what we get. I was told by a old-time farmer that that's the way he doubled his crop every year. So I'm going to take him at his word. So let's get a few more of these in. Oh, look at those roots. And what I say, if you can plant in the rain, you're ahead of the game. Yourself a decent little hole. Nice roots. Everywhere we dig, we got our friends. Yep. All those roots are going to make sweet potatoes. Loosen that up a little bit. There's another worm. Everywhere we dig. You gotta love the deep mulch. Okay, now we've got 2 little clusters. I'm gonna go ahead and plant these as a group. We'll see if planting them as a group makes more potatoes than planting them singularly. Nice experiment. Backfill. Get a little mulch around there. Coming out of the water, I'm not going to be surprised if this drops most of its leaves. Come over here a little bit. Put this right on the edge. As these finish flowering out, we're going to remove all of this. Going to loosen that up just a little bit. Set those down in there. Mulching back around there. Okay, off our butternut squash and our free sweet potato. I'm probably going to do something really stupid. I'll hear about it, but I'm going to do it anyhow. We're going to get in some more beets, maybe some more carrots. We seemed to have a pretty good beet harvest last year around the sweet potato, so I'm going to say that's what did it. Look how soft that is. Look how soft that soil is. We sure like these Detroit Red, and they grow pretty fast. There's a little bit left in this pack. We might have to open this other pack. So we're planting a little heavy, just like Roost Stout, just on the just rough it up a little bit, just put the seeds down. The better the mulch, the better the soil. The better the soil, the better the plants. The better the plants, the better the harvest. And the better they handle the bugs. Put a little leaf on here, just a light little bit. And it's going to rain like mad tonight. That ought to push that on down in there. We ought to be in good shape. Let's go ahead and rough this up just a little bit. Oh, that is good and soft. Look at that. Scatter them out kind of heavy. Come back through and thin them out, or not. This way we got enough to grow and enough for the slugs to eat a little bit. Just a light little bit of mulch. Help keep it cool and moist, but not enough to keep the plants from germinating. You get too much on your carrots or your beets, you can prevent them from germinating just like all the other stuff. Looky there, I think we might have a baby butternut squash. Alright, before the rain gets here, we got to find a spot for this last tomato. I don't know if it's a cherry tomato or just what kind it is. And I think we got a pretty good hole right here. So, even if we don't, we're going to make one. Look how nice that soil is. Oh, look. There's another one of our helpers. Thank you. Two more of our helpers. I'm going to dig this down just a little deeper because it's a tomato. And because we like bugging the worms. But this thing is rooted pretty good. Get down in there. Backfill with some soil. There you go. Get this mulch back in around here a little bit. And we'll trellis it up. This one got to go. We even found a spot for the tomato I inherited. Don't know if it's a cherry tomato. Don't know if it's a beefsteak tomato. Guess we'll find out. I tell you, you can sit here and watch this stuff grow. Remove your suckers, keep them trellised up. I want to thank you for stopping by the garden, help me plant, prune, and putter around. You know, I missed out a day of mowing. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.